Hey guys, what's going on? It's Link here. Today, I am going to be teaching you guys some really nice settings for Fantasy Live Online, so you can use your controller to play the game. It's a little wonky at first, but once you get used to it and you do the right settings, it's actually pretty damn nice. So right now, as you can tell, I'm moving with my thumbstick right now. My mouse is right here, obviously, but I'm moving with my thumbstick, and this is on BlueStacks, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. I'm moving the game with my thumbstick, and then if I press the left on the D-pad, I'll bring up my map, press A to close it, right on D-pad brings up my item box, press right again to close it, press up on D-pad, and I will use a potion, press down on D-pad, I will use the other potion, press X, I switch to one character, if I press Y, I switch to another, if I press B, I switch to another, and so on and so forth. Also, not everything is mapped. As you can tell, my teleport button is mapped, but if I wanted to map it, I could technically, but I don't really use it all that often, but if I wanted to, I could. Also, on top of that, if you press start on your controller, you will get a virtual mouse like this. I'm moving it with my left stick, and then you can click whatever you want. So for example, if I want to teleport, I can click that, and I can teleport by pressing the A button and so on and so forth. I can also mess with my inventory. I just click on my character up there with the virtual, I guess, mouse that is being used with my stick, and I can, mess around with gathering, battle stuff, you name it, the growth, the gear, and then press back, and we're good, right? You can do all of that with a virtual mouse on your controller, and it works really damn nice. And then after you're done with that, press start, and bring out your weapon, and you're back to your usual business. You can do so much with it too. You can fight, you can gather stuff, for example, see? You can gather stuff, you can break trees if you really want to, you can hold for like a supercharge, as I did right there. You name it. And again, like I said, you can fight this way. You can also dodge. Dodging is a little bit uncomfortable, but you can. As you can tell, I did it right there. In order to do it, you move the thumbstick to the direction that you're trying to dodge, right? That's how you would do it. And again, you can pick up anything you want. Items, butterflies, grasshoppers. You can mine. You can cut trees. You can, I guess, gather monster parts, whatever. You name it. You can do it all. You can do hold charges. You can do the special attacks from every character. As you can tell, I'm doing it right there. And yeah, everything can be assigned to whatever you want. Like I said, you can assign the teleport. You can assign all sorts of stuff to whatever button you want. You can even assign a button to like the auto attack in case you don't like want to keep clicking A yourself to attack the game. Or if anything, you can just press start and then click the auto attack button with the virtual mouse if you wanted to. But anywho, if you're interested in this, I will be showing you guys how to do this right now. So in order to do this, of course, like I said, you need to be in BlueStacks. Exit full screen, which I will right now. And what you're going to do, you're going to do the following, okay? You're going to go ahead and I'll put the volume down of the game real quick so you guys can hear me better. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the little game control over here, by the way. Also, make sure your Xbox controller is connected or your PlayStation controller, doesn't matter. And what you're going to do is you're going to click the game controls over here. And then also make sure for controls 4, make sure it's on the gamepad. Okay, you're gonna click that, make sure it's on the gamepad, and then click open advanced editor. Okay, and ignore this big one. This is just for me to zoom in and zoom out. You don't need this. You can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse wheel by holding control. Okay, so what you're gonna want to use is a D-pad. Okay, it's over here. You're gonna use the D-pad. You're gonna drag it over on the screen anywhere you want to drag it. You're gonna drag it on the screen. I already have one down here, but I'm just gonna show you guys again. You drag it on the screen, and then you're gonna click this little mouse wheel. Not the mouse wheel, sorry. You're going to click the little settings button. It's all the way down. Actually, you can't see it because of my character. It's right here. It's a little settings button. You're going to click it, and then you're going to click left stick. And then you're going to click more settings. And then more settings, make sure it's on gamepad, okay? Make sure it's on gamepad. On gamepad, you're going to, for up, down, left, right, you're going to click up, and then you're going to assign it by moving your left stick up on the controller. And then down, move it down, left, move it left, right, move it right. And then after this, you're just going to click X. Okay, actually, before you click X, just click show keys on screen, turn it off so that you don't see the keys on stream. So that way it's like mine, it's like see-through, but you only see it when you're moving. And yeah, and then after that, just close it. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Also, when you've finished it, you can shrink it by pressing the arrow and then move it around by clicking anywhere on the white side of the circle. So just click the white side and then move it where the hell you want. Okay, after that's done, the stick is done and dealt with. Next, we're going to need a total of, let's see how many buttons. You're going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons. Technically, you're going to need 7 buttons, okay? 7 buttons. These 7 buttons are going to be MOBA skill pads buttons. They're right here. Just drag 7 of them to the screen. Just drag 7, okay? I'm only going to drag 1 right now just because there's no need for me to just put a bunch on screen. You drag 7 and then you repeat the process of what I'm about to do right now. I will actually drag 4 just to do it live here, and then you do the remaining amount. Okay, so what you're going to do is on any of these, you're going to click the little setting button again. And then in here, you're going to click quick cast. Then you're going to click more settings. And then more settings, you're going to click gamepad. And gamepad, you're going to press whatever button you want. In this situation, we're going to do the potions and the backpack, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to press down on the D-pad. After you press down, click X. Now you have a down button, shrink it as small as you can, and then drag it and put it, make sure it's within the circle of the actual button in the game, okay? Because if it's like a little bit sticking out, it won't click properly. Put it in there. Okay, it's gonna cover the art, unfortunately, but you can make the buttons a bit see-through, so it's fine. Put it there, and then you're done with that one. I'm gonna delete mine just because I don't need any more, but obviously you don't delete yours, just put it down there. Next button, you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. You're gonna click the little settings button, make sure it's on quick cast, click more settings, and then on this, assign it to whatever button you want. I'm gonna do up again, put it on up, and then click X, and then shrink it down again, like I said, and drag it on top of the potions. And now that means that when you press down on the D-pad, you'll use the bottom potion, press up, you'll use the top potion. Next button, click the settings again, make sure it's on quick cast, more settings, then click right on D-pad, because that's what I did for my backpack. And then shrink it down, like I said, drag it over on top of that, and you're done with that. Okay, after that, you should have 4 remaining buttons, okay? The next button is going to be X. So assign it to X, like I said, settings, press the little wheel, quick cast, more settings, assign this to X or square, whatever button you have, PlayStation or Xbox, assign it. Once you've assigned it, click X, drag it over here, all right, on top of the first character, okay? Next, same thing, you're gonna do one more time the setting button, quick cast, more settings, then assign the next button, Y, which would be triangle for PlayStation. So put Y, click X, shrink it down, put it on top of your character, which will be right there. And then you should have 2 buttons left after this. 2 buttons left somewhere on the screen, okay? You're gonna do the following. Same thing. Settings, quick cast, more settings. Next is going to be B or circle, depending on what controller you are. Shrink it down again, put it on top of that, and you're done with characters in terms of switching. So now, anytime you're playing a game, if you press X or square, you're gonna switch to one character. If you press triangle or Y, to the next character, excuse me, if you press B or circle, to the next character. And you're done with character selection, you're done with potion selection / backpack selection, you're done with movement. Last 2 things you're going to do is the following. So the last button that you have over here, the last one, it should still be a MOBA skill pad button, okay? The last one, you'll know if it's a MOBA skill button because the little inner circle is cut into 4 lines that make up a circle. Okay, so the last one, you're gonna click it, and then you're gonna quick cast, and then more settings, and then you're gonna assign it to a certain button. Mine is left. On D-pad, assign it, click X, shrink it down, make sure you put it inside the map, and then you click. Actually, you don't click anything. Then you click, after that, you click X. Actually, after you do this, you click X, and then you put it on top of that, and then you are officially done assigning everything except one button. There's one last button. The last button is going to be for auto attacks. Or the, your regular attacks. To assign that, you're going to click on tab spot, okay? This one, not MOBA skill anymore. You're gonna do tab spot. You're gonna drag it to the screen, and it should be just a little tiny circle. No big circle this time, just a little circle. You're gonna go on ahead and just click it so that you can have the choice to input a button and click A. Once you've done that, you have the button ready to go and drag it. Now this is super important, okay? Make sure you do this. I will explain why. So far I've been telling you you can put your buttons in certain areas and that's how it's going to work. But this one has to be in this particular area, nowhere else, just in this particular area. You're going to put it down here. You see where my A button is? The one that's not moving? right there next to the speech bubble. Put it right there, okay? If you can't tell very well, just full screen the game. Put it right there. I'm going to tell you guys why you're going to put it there. Just leave it right there, okay? Ignore this one. I'm going to delete this one. Put it right there and you should be ready to go. Okay. After this, there's one more button you're going to assign. I don't have it just yet because I am not a mage, but you're going to do the following. Click on MOBA skill pad again one more time. Drag it to the desktop, or not the desktop, drag it to the screen, excuse me. Assign another button on there. I would suggest maybe right trigger or right bumper, left trigger, left bumper, whichever. This is going to be your magic button, okay? You're going to shrink it. I'm going to assign R, right bumper. I'm actually doing this live right now with you guys because I don't have one. And you're going to move it. I am going to move my character. 1 second. You're going to move it over here, okay? Here it is right here. You're going to grab it and move it right here, up here. Sooner or later, if you're further than me, you probably already have the button. Just move it on top of the mage button and you're set. Completely done. There's nothing else for you to do unless you want another button for some reason. It's up to you. If you want more buttons, make sure it's MOBA skill pad button. Make sure it's not tab spot. Make sure it's not repeated. Make sure it's MOBA spot. Actually, just for the sake of making making another button, we're gonna do this together. So click again on mobile skill and drag it. Shrink it down and assign whatever button you want that is available. I'm gonna do left bumper. Boom, left bumper right there. Close this, and I'm gonna put it on the teleport button. Okay. Make sure after this, you're done, completely done. Click save down here. Once you click save, click this little X button, and there you go. You're ready to go. Now click the full screen button, and you're in game. Now you should notice that you're able to move around without a problem. Also, if you're moving really slow for some weird reason, just click the A button. You just got to pull out your weapon so you stop moving slow. Look, if I put it away, I'll end up moving slow because I'm walking. But if I pull out my weapon by pressing A, I am now chilling. I'm able to run fast. On top of that, when I move with the stick, you'll see on the bottom left that it's moving. That's my left stick. If I press X, I switch characters. Like I said, press Y, switch characters again. Press B, switch characters again. Press up. I will use the potion for you guys real quick. There you go. There's my potion. Press down. If I had another potion, I would use it. Press left on D-pad. Brings the item. Press it again. Close the items. Press left on D-pad. This is why I wanted the A to be down here. You're going to see why. Press left on D-pad. It'll bring up the map. Normally, you would have to use your mouse to click the X. But since we already placed the A button there, you just click A and it takes you out. So it works as two buttons essentially by putting it down there. A to attack, and when you bring up the map, because it's already there, you could just use A again to close the minimap. That way you don't have to use your mouse, which is very beneficial in my opinion. The new button that I added was teleport. So I press left bumper and it brings up teleport. This, you don't have a button up there. So what you have to do is press start, move your mouse, and boom, I am back. After you're done, just press start again. And now you're back to controlling your character. Make sure you press A to bring out your weapon and you're back in business. You're chilling, no problem at all. If you want to use emotes when you're playing with your friends and you don't want to use your mouse, just press start, drag down to the little speech bubble, click it, and you can move around and you know, click the phrases, you name it, all that stuff. Click OK, then he'll do it. Same thing over and over again. You can do emotes, you can do all that stuff. You name it, you're bowing. And again, I don't have a mage button. It's behind my head, as you can tell on my character. But if I did have one, you just press right bumper and you're able to use the mage button. And that's pretty much it. If you want more buttons, it's really up to you. You already know how to do it. Again, if you want more buttons, just exit full screen. Click on the controller thing. Make sure it's on gamepad, like I said. Click open advanced editor. And then in here, always make sure that you add a MOBA skill pad. Make sure on the settings, it's quick cast, then more settings. And make sure you're always changing gamepad, not keyboard and mouse, gamepad, okay? And you're set in stone. And then just make sure you shrink it down and put it within the perimeter of that actual button if you were on mobile. And you're set. You can do it on anything you want on the screen. If for some reason you need more buttons than what you currently already have, or than what I just currently already told you to make. So yeah, you're set. You're ready to go. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful. Again, it's not the best. I'm gonna be completely honest. In terms of like comfortableness, I'm gonna rate it a solid like 8 out of 10. But it's not the best. The dodging is a little wonky. You know, it's a little wonky sometimes, but it works. You know. Also, another tip. You might find this a little bit awkward, but you get used to it. Do not attack while moving, because if you attack while moving, let's say that little sign is a monster, right? So if I'm moving over here and I attack, it's going to do this awkward thing where like it doesn't know what the hell's going on. And the reason why is because it thinks you're using 2 fingers on the screen instead of 1. Remember, this game on mobile is used with 1 finger. So if you look at the bottom left at my little circle that's moving when I walk, if I press A, notice how like it's like glitching out? It sometimes aims at the A, and that's because it's thinking I'm pressing A, which A is my attack. But it can't register 2 things at the same time, so it runs towards my A button in a sense. The arrow goes down. So what you want to do is run up to the monster. If the monster was the rock, then stop moving and then attack. Okay? So stop moving and start attacking. If you want to dodge, obviously you gotta stop attacking and then press back, and then you can dodge that way. Or whatever direction, of course. So yeah, that's all you need to worry about. Stop moving when you attack. Trust me, it's really easy to get used to. Once you get used to it, it's no sweat. I will show you right now. I'm just going to go fight something real quick. Let's see if we can find actually a monster, because I'm not sure if there's going to be any nearby. There should be some up here. Oh yeah, I think I've shown gathering, but look. If I press A, I gather, no problem. Bring out my weapon again. I'm chilling. There should be a monster or 2 up here. There we go. There really isn't any. I don't want to talk to anybody right now because I don't want to, you know, lose my pride. Actually, there's a monster down here. Give me 1 second. And actually, this works. Is if I see more gathering spots, I can actually click them. Here's some monsters. Look. So I'm using right now a bow character, right? Sure, you align yourself. If I hold the button, be able to use my special ability. Of course, this is Fantasy Life, so it kind of like auto tracks in a way. There you go. See? It works out if I switch in the middle of this if I want to. Just switch and use the furry attack. I wasn't able to use it because it already died, but you get me. I'm pretty sure to use it, I'm not sure if you're supposed to hold. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, actually, no. I think you're supposed to click it, right? Okay, so look at that. I didn't know that was a button that you needed to use, but now I know. So next time you have the fury attack, map it to something. I didn't know it was a thing. So what you could do is you can leave it. Let's say I had it again, right? For some reason, let's say I had it again. What you can do is exit full screen, click the little emulator control thing, click open advanced. Again, remember to assign a button. So mobile skill, put it on top of the fury thing, shrink it down, map it to, I don't know, left trigger or whatever button, right? Map it there. That's it. Close this. Also, in case you're wondering, you can actually click this, more settings, and then turn this off. Show key on screen, turn it off. If you turn it off, it won't appear on screen. Then click X, save, and then close it. And then now it's not on screen, because it would be really annoying if it was in the middle of the screen, you know, at all times. So now it's not on screen. Kind of like my thumbstick. It should technically say thumbstick left, but it doesn't, because I made sure that that is not showing on screen, but it's still assigned to that. So next time the fury attack appears, just press left trigger. It won't show that you have to press left trigger, so that's up to you to remember that, but chances are you will remember, so just press left trigger. It's kind of like, at some point you can get rid of the A button in terms of like hiding it, because you know for a fact that A will always be auto attacks or like regular attacks, excuse me, so you don't have to worry about that, right? So there you go. That pretty much sums up everything. If for some reason there's more buttons that are introduced later on that I don't know about, this is day 1 of this game coming out, just, you know, assign it and you should be fine. Move stuff around. You don't have to use the same setup I do. I know on my channel on stream, some people want to use the D-pad to move characters. That's perfectly fine, honestly. That seems rather good in my opinion. But yeah, use whatever you want. But yeah, this should be the end of the tutorial. Hopefully it wasn't too damn long. And I shall see you guys again next time, chat. Have yourselves a good one.